just in case there's any confusion, these little yellow bits here that we were knocking off, they're not seeds. That's the dead flowers, if you like. So a sunflower actually is a cluster of hundreds of little flowers all squashed together, which make up what we would call the sunflower. But actually each one of those little yellow bits there, those dry yellow bits, are the old flowers. Those are the seeds. Those black bits in the middle there are the seeds, which we're going to collect in a week or two. Doesn't he look happy? Hello. You may have seen some of our other videos from last year when we were working hard with my mate Alva. Hello Alva. Alva was helping us lay these slabs, and we've put down, between you and me, it's artificial grass. Can you believe that? A gardener using artificial grass. But it actually looks rather nice, and it's nice and clean, and you can walk on it and not take mud into the house and so on. So it suits us for this little area, and we built that raised bed. And we just thought we'd kind of update you on how this area is doing. Some of the plants that are looking nice this 29th of September, so right at the end of the season. And then we're going to have a look at how we can collect some seed from that sunflower just over there. So come on, have a look anyway. Come here. Watch your step, madam, as you come this way. There you go. So this is a bit of a warm, sheltered corner of the garden. One of the things that we've had outside here over winter as well, mind you, is this Venus flytrap. Lovely kind of red variety with those kind of red traps there. Had a flower spike as well. Just taking out some of these weeds here. Really, all this plant requires is water. It's naturally a plant that grows in boggy soil where there's lots of flies around, because that's what it needs to live on. So we don't feed it at all. We just keep the saucer topped up with water, pick out the occasional weed like that, and it'll die back a little bit over the winter, and then next spring it shoots to life again, and we catch our flies there, and it's a lovely little thing. So much hardier. A lot of people keep them as a house plant, and it could go inside, but actually it's perfectly happy outside. It's had quite a few degrees of frost on that over winter. Disappears below ground, comes back again in the spring. That's Venus flytrap. This fella here, we haven't had this flowering before. It's I would call it a Belladonna Lily. It's what's the name of it?
Nerine.
Nerine, thank you. Yeah. So late flowering, September, October, and so there's 3 bulbs in this pot, and for the first time you managed to get a couple of flowers on the one bulb. In a few years to come, when it's full of flowers, I expect to get half a dozen flowers on there. This one, Eucamis, lovely kind of pinky spike of flowers, just going over now. That's going to die back over the winter as well, and then come back next spring. There's our raised bed there, in honour of our ginger cat that we lost last year. Love him. With some nice perfumed plants, like that Nemesia there, and this border carnation or border pink there. So when we're sat here in the summer, you get the perfume of these guys. Lovely. You can cut those and take them in the house as a little cut flower. So it's come on really well. It's only a year old. Actually, it's less than a year old, this bed, isn't it? We only planted it up
In the summer?
Spring, maybe, of this year. So it's only been growing for a few months, but these have been here for years. But we're trying to retrain that camellia into a bit of a cloud tree. So we're going to kind of create these domes of leaves and foliage and flowers. So that'll take a couple of years to really shape up, but it's not bad for year 1. But over here is what we wanted to have a closer look at. So this here sunflower has come from the bird seed. Basically, it's a weed, and we just allowed one of them to grow. We had quite a few sunflower seedlings came up from the bird seed, and this one we allowed to grow. It's not too tall, so it's nice and strong. And underneath here we have got hundreds of sunflower seeds. I'm just taking off the dead flowers here to expose the seeds underneath, and just trying to gauge whether this sunflower is happy or not. Whether you're doing gardening with children, you could have done this probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, and for a month or so you'd have this kind of happy smiley face of a sunflower there. So actually that looks quite nice there. When we're looking out in the garden from my little kind of porch window there, we can see this smiley happy sunflower. If you come and have a closer look, you can see all the individual seeds underneath there, and they're still drying off. Let's see if I can take one out now. There we go. So there we go, we've got hundreds of those. That's perfect for picking. You could just kind of pull the whole seed head apart and you'd collect a couple of hundred seeds from there. You could feed the birds with them, you could split them open and put them on your cereals if you like sunflower seeds, or you could grow a few next year, keep them in the house somewhere dry, and sow them the following spring. But because that looks kind of fun and happy, I'm going to leave that for another week or so, and then we'll collect the seeds a bit later into the autumn. So that's the sunflower.